Hello. Whoops. Whoopsies. Forgot some shit there. How we doing? How we doing today, everybody? We doing okay? I hope we're all doing all right. I hope we're having a good time. All right. Don't mind me. I'm gonna be getting some links and stuff ready. Because I need to. Oh, geez, no. What am I doing? What is wrong with me, dude? All right. So today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today is New Year's Eve. And you know what? We're gonna have a good time today. All right, we're gonna have a good time. I hope everybody's year was good. If not, I hope next year is well good. Right? I was gonna say even better, but I think you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean, right? Me, I had a fantastic year. Not to gloat, not to brag. Like genuinely, like I'm so thankful for the year that I've had. I'm so thankful for the people that I've met, even before this year. But I mean, shit. Everything this year was set up by stuff that I did in 2022, 2021, 2020, 19, 18, 17, etc., etc. The current arc that I'm on, like I look back and I'm like, it's crazy, and this is why I believe not to get religious as hell out of nowhere, right? But this is why I believe in a higher power, whatever you may want to call it, may not want to call it, etc., etc. This is why I believe in a higher power, because just when I look at my life, the arc that I'm on right now, I should not have been on. I'm supposed to be working at a McDonald's, doing dumb stuff, doing bad stuff, if that makes sense. And I'm not. I'm not. Right? And don't get me wrong, like, I know that there's things that I had to do in order to make sure that that was not going to happen. But in addition to that, even the situation that I'm in right now, where I'm kind of on the upward trend, if that makes sense, right? It feels so weird saying that. That didn't have to happen. Even if I did get my life together and get myself together and start acting the way that I need to act, right? I don't think it would have happened if it wasn't for God, and it definitely would not have happened if it wasn't for the people who I met. So I'm thankful to God first and foremost, and then also all the people that I've been able to meet and all the experiences that I've been able to have and things like that. It's just funny when you look back at things and you notice these little, well, things. You notice these little things where uh, you realize, like, oh, because of this thing, instead of going left, I had to go right. Imagine if I did go left like I was originally planning to. Where would I be now? It definitely wouldn't be in the spot that I'm very happy and I feel very lucky to be in right now. That's kind of I'm like glowing right now. I'm glowing. I'm glowing like a pregnant woman. That's kind of how I feel, right? And that's why I look back at the things that have happened, right? And I'm just like, wow, if for 15 years old, right? 15 years old is sort of the age. I'm going to go ahead and do this. 15 years old is sort of the age where everything kind of became different for me, right? There was something where I was going straight and then bang, something knocked me into another direction. Up until that point, I had planned on trying to go to college, playing baseball in college, and potentially trying to make it to the MLB, which is something that I do believe I could have done. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I could have been a contender, bro. But I do believe that I was good enough to make it to the MLB. Um, Maybe it was delusion. I mean, I think everybody who aspires to greatness suffers from some form of delusion, right? You kind of have to be delusional to believe that you could make it to that level in the first place, right? But that was the plan, right? That was the plan. Something happened when I was 15, knocked me off that path. I started getting into MMA. I stopped playing baseball. I was like 16 or 17. It's not that I didn't like baseball anymore. I just really was not able to. I was not able to keep up with it. And that was kind of the beginning of it. And since then, there's been little things that have kind of knocked me into different directions and things like that. And whether I thought they were a good thing or a bad thing at the time, they were things that I now understand kind of led me to the position that I'm in now. So I have sort of an amor fati outlook to it, which I forget exactly what it means, but it basically translates to love of fate, right? It's just interesting. But enough about me. Enough about me. All right, what about you guys? I'll read a couple of chats and then we'll go ahead and we'll get to the stuff that we were going to get to. Huckleberry, hey Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Scott. Hope you had a good one. Thank you, Huck. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. What's going on, Young Sneed, Wacky Iraqi, Shrewman, Huckleberry. I already said hello, but still. Musta, S Diesel, Pixelante. What's going on, dude? How have you been? Imagination, Hi Ecuador, and Vic. I hope you guys are doing well. My faith in Christ got me through the darkest times this year, and he rewarded me greatly for not losing the faith. Yes. People ask to receive signs from God and things like that. And I will move on from this topic in a second. But people ask to receive signs from God and things like that. And when they ask for those signs, what they mean is they expect God to kind of part the clouds and descend from the heavens and say, hello, I am God. This is your sign. You should believe in me. That's what they want. Either that or they want something immediate. They want something immediate to go very well for them, right? They're picking lottery numbers and they're like, oh, dude, I really hope. Oh, man, I really hope, dude. I really hope I can like do this, dude. I hope this works out for me. God, please make this work out for me. And when they don't get those things, they kind of stop believing, right? They kind of get angry and things like that. And it's kind of a selfish thing to do, right? But that doesn't mean God doesn't help you out. God helps you out in ways that you may not always be able to see in the moment, right? That thing that you ask him to help you out with, he may not help you out with it, but only because it's something that he either A, doesn't feel you're ready for, or he doesn't want you to have in the moment, or it could be that there's something else that he wants you to do. There's some other direction you need to be pushed in. And when you end up getting pushed in that direction, something good, and dare I say something better than what you originally wanted, ends up coming around, right? If it makes sense what I'm trying to say, you know? And I think a lot of people need to do what you did, Pixelante, which is to just understand, like, hey, God's going to take me where I got to go, you know, and I got to recognize when the bad things are ending because of God, right? If it makes sense what I'm trying to say. This is an impromptu religious rant here that I'm going on, so I might not be that well put together, but trying my best here. Anyway, Scott, do you believe in predestination, the idea that God selects who he will favor divinely before they are born? Whether or not he chose you will be shown by your success in life. Yes, I believe in predestination, but I believe in predestination insofar as God does choose us for certain things, right? And in that path, right? How am I going to explain this, right? How am I going to explain this? Basically, right? God chooses us, right? For certain things. It doesn't mean that literally, well, see, this is a good question, and I know what my answer is. It's just hard for me to communicate that answer with people, right? Maybe I should do a video on that someday, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, yes, I believe in predestination, much in the way that Joseph was given the favor of God, and because of that, even though he got sold into slavery and sent to Egypt, he ended up prospering in Egypt so much that basically he was the man, right? He was the man in Egypt. That's kind of the way that I believe in predestination. I don't think God sets us up to fail. I don't think God decides that we're going to fail or anything like that. I think God gives us the ability to succeed in any given situation. I believe that He gives us choices, opportunities to make the most of our lives in the day to day, the month to month, the year to year, etc. And some people, for one reason or another, and I'm not saying this to be a moral judgment or anything, but some people, they end up choosing bad. They end up choosing wrong. And because of that, well, they end up down bad. That's just how it is. Then there's other people, they choose right and they end up good. Now, that doesn't mean evil doesn't exist. Not everybody who's ever prospered has been prospering due to the favor of God, more like the permittance of God, right? There's tons of people that we could point to. We could name them that we know, like, oh, that person prospered because they sold their soul. That is something that God allows, but we're getting into kind of a more complex conversation here, and I want to keep it on the easier side so that we can move on. But the idea that, like Calvinism, right? What I understand about Calvinism, and maybe I'm like a little bit wrong, maybe I'm a lot of bit wrong about this, but Calvinism, they believe in predestination basically to mean you're either going to go to heaven or hell. God has already decided, nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. You're going to heaven or hell. That's that. Doesn't matter how many old ladies you help across the street. Doesn't matter how many homeless people you give money to. None of that matters. It does not matter at all. God has already decided for you. I don't believe in that. I think that is antithetical of every teaching, of all of the teachings of not just the New Testament, Christ, but even the Old Testament. The Old Testament was very much like, hey, don't do dumb shit. You don't do dumb shit, God won't get mad at you. Doesn't mean nothing bad is ever going to happen to you. It just means that you're going to prosper more if you keep me in your heart, right? But anyway, I'll read a couple more and then we'll get started. What's going on, Jorge? How you doing? Us, everybody. Happy New Year, Scott and Chad. Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year, Muggy. I think I got one of your questions on the stream yesterday, on the Shad stream. Oh, I almost forgot. Nah, actually. We got the Gansets today. We got the fucking Gansets, kid. Yeah, I'm not gonna get trashed here. All right, my name is Scott, not Minx. All right. I gotta stop joking around about Minx, because I was doing that in anticipation of her potentially going on Fish Tank. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Still, I have no clue. Right. And that's part of the reason why I was kind of messing with her. But I don't know if she's coming on, and I don't want to mess with her if she's not coming on. So I'm not gonna make it like a feature of my channel or Twitter that I'm constantly talking about just a Minx. I feel like that'd be a little bit weird. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of drinking. We're not going to do a ton of drinking. I'll probably end up just having one. But the thing is, I am a lightweight and then some. That Irish shit missed me when it came to alcohol. But, being a lightweight isn't a bad thing. I don't give a shit what anyone says, dude. I would rather drink 2 beers and be like really happy and just feeling real loose. Nice little buzz going on. I'd rather be that way than like 3-4 beers deep, still being like, Anyway, Happy New Year, Pig. Sensei Scott, favorite moment from Fish Tank Season 2 so far. Also, Happy New Year. I don't know if I have a favorite moment thus far. There's a ton of them, though. I do like the sparring with Jimmy. I liked when Jimmy was caught in the goon cave and he had to run out and his pants were down and there was a visible stain. There was a visible stain on the dude's pants. I thought that was hilarious. Anything with Shinji I like. Shinji's just a likable guy. I love the hell out of that dude. What else? Oh, dude, Cole walking in on Brian and Trish being like, "Hey, what are you guys doing in there? Hey, what's going on in there? Hey." That was pretty great. Summer puking was I wouldn't say it's a favorite. It's just it's always gonna stick in my head, right? And partially because I was involved in it. People when that happened, people mentioned the smell, right? And if you watch the video specifically from the bar angle, you notice I kind of lean in to get closer to her so I can hear her a little bit better, and then I do that. That's because when I leaned in, I caught a whiff of the vomit, and I was like, "Ooh, no, 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 no." But anyway, bottoms up. Mm. Narragansett's a nice type of beer. This is like if you're if you're a Vance Pillar, right? You'll remember he did the Rainier beer bit for a little while. This is basically New England's version of Rainier beer. Narragansett is a town in Rhode Island. You know, it's also a tribe, an Indian tribe. But we used to take these. We used to take Fireball, like the cinnamon whiskey. We used to pour it in there, and it's just a boiler room, or some people call it a boiler maker, I guess. But it basically like the flavors kind of mixed together in a way that was very satisfying. It was just cinnamon Narragansett basically. They're they were dangerous though because you're mixing Fireball and beer. So you're thinking, oh yeah, no, I'm just drinking a beer, but really you're drinking Fireball shots too. So there's that. Anyway, um, makes me smile to see the fish are legit wearing the belt with pride. Me too, like genuinely. I'm really happy they're taking the belt thing seriously. I forgot to give it to somebody yesterday. I meant to grab it from Brian and then give it to Taylor. Um, we'll see how she does next time I get in there and there's like a class type environment. We'll see how that goes, but we'll uh, you know, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I might give it to her for the duration of the class and then be like, all right, I'm gonna take that back. Anyway, I'll read like two more and then we'll get to this. Uh, I want to see if there's any Toby Turner and Minx on Fish Tank would be crazy. It's like worlds colliding, dude. I saw Jed ask Toby Turner, and Toby Turner got back to him. I would love to meet that dude. I never watched his shit, but just knowing who he was, right? Knowing who he is, we did watch his stuff a little bit in years ago, but I wasn't like a super fan of his. But knowing who he is in terms of YouTube, as somebody who really does enjoy YouTube, um, and history for that matter. If you watched the stream yesterday, you would know that. It'd be really cool to meet Toby Turner. I would definitely try to make sure I get in the tank for that. Uh, Same, bro. I love being a lightweight. Don't have a problem with alcohol because of it. Yeah, and that's another thing too. If you have a high tolerance for alcohol, you're gonna keep drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking, and you're not gonna fucking stop. Me, I know when to stop. Um, Fireball has antifreeze in it. I'm sure it does. I'm fucking sure it does, bro. But anyway, we are going to be uh, we are going to be reacting to some of the Fish's wrestling promos. Now, a little bit of lore for you. I ended up walking in yesterday, right? And as I'm walking, no, 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 no. No, actually, I'll save that for when we actually get to it. How many push-ups can you do, and how important are they? I'll be honest with you, not many push-ups because push-ups are a skill. Don't think of push-ups as just an exercise. Push-ups are a skill, right? Technically, any kind of physical activity is a skill, right? In that way, but you have to practice to get better at them. I could probably do 20 to 30 before I just before failure, but I'm not 1,000% sure because I haven't been doing that many push-ups lately. I'm in a weird spot with my MMA where years ago, out of necessity, I kind of transitioned from trying to, be ready for fights and things like that. Necessity as well as COVID. I kind of transitioned from thinking in terms of like, oh, when's my next fight to coaching other people. Things just kind of happen. And because of that, it kind of makes it hard for me to keep up with things like push-ups. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm overweight. The main reason is that I love to eat, right? Let's be honest. But half of that reason is also that even though I'm in the gym almost every day, I'm not working out almost every day. I'm lucky if I get two to three workouts a week, if I'm just being honest with you. It's kind of a necessity thing for me, but it is what it is. Anyway, all right. So here we have summer. All right. I believe, yes. All right. So we're going to go ahead. All right. Safety off. And let it rip.
Get out that goon cage and face me.
Talk to the camera.
Oh, by the way, she's calling out Jimmy, okay? That's why she said, come out that goon cave and face me.
I know you're too busy having sex with
Talk
dogs.
to the camera.
I know you're too busy having sex with dogs or sexually assaulting women, but I'm going to slap you so hard, it's going to deactivate your Reddit account.
What's with her?
I mean,
her nose
it would be
ring?
an easy battle.
It's like hanging out one way.
Anyways. And I am the soy sauce to your eggnog, and I am the anxiety that makes you ramble.
Talk to the camera, girl.
I am the soy sauce in your eggnog, and I am the anxiety that makes you ramble.
Harrowing. Truly.
That's it.
That's it? Okay, so, the bars were pretty good. All right, I liked the callbacks to things that had happened in the past. I appreciate that. The soy sauce in your eggnog thing was really good. Come out your goon cave and face me was really good. I really appreciated that, but I didn't feel it. For one thing, she's sitting here looking at Jimmy. All right, she had to be told multiple times to look at the camera, and she was not in character. She was just reading from a paper. That could have been ghost written. For all I know, she could have asked her boy toy TJ to write that for her. I don't know, right? I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So, unfortunately, even though the bars were legendary, in my opinion, I'm gonna have to rate this like probably I don't know, probably like a 5 out of 10. And I'm being kind of generous. I wanted to say 4, but I was like, no, because the bars really kicked it up a level. So I'll give it a 5. But that's what I'm gonna rate it that. Okay, let's go ahead on to the next one. All right. This is Delaney. They kind of slipped her in there out of nowhere. I think that was kind of funny the way they did that. And she looks like a hipster wannabe therapist. I don't know if she is a therapist or not, but I get therapist vibes from her. So let's go ahead and see what she has.
Begin.
Taylor, I know you're the most interesting person in your small Texas town, but I've seen girls like you. I know exactly what's going on. You think you can outlast me in this fish tank? No way. You think you're going to inspire hearts and minds? You can inspire Karens and alcoholic women's retail employees. That's about it. You're going down. You're going down, Taylor.
All right, so that was not good. I feel like I was reading a Reddit post there. You could take that and put it in a Reddit post, and I would totally believe that you are not trolling, right? And I mean, like, somebody comments, right? And it's of course like something that people don't like to see on Reddit. Like, oh hey, maybe Christians aren't all bad. And then this chick. This is exactly what I would picture somebody who would do this would look like, by the way, now that I'm thinking of it. This chick would respond with, I'll bet you're the coolest person in your small, conservative Texas town. But you know what? That type of stuff doesn't fly around here, friendo. This was a Reddit post spoken to us by somebody who you would picture writing a Reddit post. So I'm gonna be nice and rate this one a 2 out of 10. All right, Delaney, the loser, no good, no bueno. All right. Oh, so this is, I still don't know how to pronounce this dude's name. I believe it's Dunye. All right, Dunye. Let's go ahead and see what he's got.
Go.
This fucking Friday, this has been a long time coming. I've been waiting on this. And, you know, honestly, like, fish do not belong on land. So, this fucking Friday night SmackDown, the illegal immigrant versus merman is happening this Friday. The green card opportunist is calling out the chiseled chin Aquaman fuck, Brian. I want to see how long you can breathe without water. And most of all, I want to see if those strong black ass cigarette infested gills can still operate and those fins work good when I send your ass back to Bikini Bottom. This fucking Friday! That's it.
All right, so I like Dunye right away, right? There's something about the sassy, potentially gay black dude demeanor that I think fits him very well. I think it makes him kind of likable, if I'm being honest with you. Obviously, he tried a little bit harder to be in character, specifically the last little part, but it didn't really come off very well. I was a little bit confused about who he was talking about until he specifically mentioned Brian, and I think that was an attempt to be clever on his part, and I don't think it 1,000% landed the way that he wanted it to, in my opinion, so I'm going to have to deduct points for that one. I think he called Brian an illegal immigrant. Or maybe he called himself that and I just didn't understand. And again, that's an attestation to the fact that it did not land the way that it was supposed to. He definitely did better than the loser, right? But I mean the lyrics weren't quite as good as Taylor's. So I'm going to have to give him that 4 that I was originally going to give Taylor, until I realized that the lyrics definitely bumped Taylor up at least one level. It's just not that great. Him trying to be in character but failing at it, he tried, but it just was not enough for me to feel like I could give him that, right? So, moving on. All right, we got Trisha. All right. I wonder if she's got her eyebrows painted back on. We'll see that in a second.
Go, go, go.
What's up, bitch? I'm out to get your ass. I'm here to let you know that the top dog is in the house and ready to eat. You think you can stop the one and only? The champs of all champs? I'm here to take you out like trash. Stomp your face in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you, Brian. I'm your biggest outfit you have in the tank. I hope you sleep with your eyes open, because I'm always gonna be there watching you. Hope you're ready for bed, because it's night-night for your ass. That's all.
All right, I kind of like that one. It wasn't great, but she was a little bit more convincing with her character. I did think it was hilarious, and I have to take off points for this, even though I thought it was hilarious. She's like, Brian, I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Like, the uhs were just hilarious, and I do that too, right? I'm an guy. I say and right? But in this case, you can't be doing that. You got to make sure you're nice and smooth, nice and you're doing the thing that you need to be doing. The lyrics, right? The bars were not top notch, but I liked that she was going so hard with the character, even with the screw ups, that I'll probably give her a 5, if not like a 5.5. Probably a 5, because I feel like this is just the opposite end of the issue that Taylor had. The bars that Taylor had were great, but she was not in character at all. Meanwhile, Trish was at least trying to be in character, but the bars that she had were so. So I'll probably put her tied with Taylor. All right. So let's go ahead. All right, we got our boy Shinji. Shinji, our boy. All right. Let's go for it.
Shinji!
Go.
Hey, TJ! AKA Trust Jesus! The Christmas is over! The red fat pedophile is your gay friend with benefit? You're a virgin boy, same as your mama! The biggest mystery is your mom, whose semen conceived your mama? Amen! Semen! My golden strike punch makes you feel the suffering and pain like you are closed in your class. Yeah? I hope you're gonna scream, "Oh my God!" in the class. What's TJ stand for? Tiny junk? Ah!
Yo, that was the best one so far by miles. The bars were great. He was in character. I love it. It sounds like he says trust Jesus. He's like, what's TJ stand for? Trust Jesus? But really he's saying trash Jesus. I love the references to him basically being like a broke ass like wannabe Christ, right? Those are hilarious. I mean, honestly, like, I don't have much that I can say bad about it other than the fact that his accent kind of made it sound like weird, and that just made it funny. But the thing is, I'm trying to be objective here, all right? So I'm gonna have to take off points for that. I would say probably an 8 or even an 8.5 if I'm being honest with you. Very high up, especially compared to all the other people. He's in first place with Taylor and Trish tied for second place. So, all right, cool. Let's see this. All right, here's TJ hopping around. And I can't wait to get to this chick because I saw hers. She's the only one that I've actually seen like in its entirety. So I have things to say about this chick. But all right, we got TJ.
Go.
Konnichiwa, Gook! It is I, the Anipulator! I'm calling you out, Shinji! I'm calling you out! I saw you out in the waters, harpooning, scanning with those slits, your buck teeth scraping the waters. I'm calling you out to the ring! Not the sumo ring! The wrestling ring! The wrestling ring! Son, I'm going to be jumping and hopping on you, man! You're gonna wish you were at Hiroshima, man! Shinji! Don't try to hide from me with that ninja voodoo! Don't come at me!
10 seconds.
With your samurai magic and your karate! So come kamikaze on me, man, because I'll be ready for you!
Dude, that felt like a real promo. That felt like a promo that you would see on WWE. That was fantastic. And I loved that they cut to Shinji, and Shinji's just such a nice guy that he's like, yeah, that's good. That's really good. You're doing really good right now. Like, he's kind of got that look on his face right now. That's why I love Shinji so much, is because he's just a nice guy who knows he's gonna have to put up with everything in the tank, and he's like, yes, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Man, this is a tough one because the bars were like immaculate. I would say the bars were probably even, if not on par, then a little bit better than Taylor's, right? He came in strong, like really strong. Like, I know you guys heard what he said to open up, and of course I don't condone anything that is being said by any of these people, obviously. Definitely not. We're being objective here, right? Is what they're saying a good wrestling promo? And, I mean, that felt like, if I closed my eyes, I would picture him talking to, I forget I never really watched wrestling like that when I was a kid, but, the announcer dude, I forget his name. It's not Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is a manager character who, he's kind of an evil guy, kind of a dastardly dude. But man, this was so great. Man, it's a tough one because I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's as good as or better than Shinji's. I don't think it's worse than Shinji's, but I'm not sure if it's as good as or better than Shinji's. And I'm gonna say maybe like an 8.5, right? And it's because the character was so well acted that I'm going to have him edge out Shinji just a little bit. I'm gonna have him edge Shinji just a little bit. Okay, just a tiny bit, just enough. Okay, so 8.5. We have TJ in the lead currently. All right, so Brian, let's see. I'm curious to see what Brian's got, and of course, he's got the Jocko belt on like a good boy.
1,
I'm
go.
calling out you, Tarzan! You ever rockin', ever shaking, security blanket wearing ass is going down! You ain't getting anywhere near this motherfucking belt on Monday, you understand? You little girl, you Fabio looking faggot! I'ma grab you up by the top of your head and spin you around until all that stupid bullshit you be doing gets knocked out right out of your motherfucking head! And when you're laying bloody and bruised on the ground, not able to shake and fidget no more, I'ma grab your girl and take her home, and I'ma show you what it's like to have a real man fuck with your life, man. I'ma fuck your shit up. You be ready Monday, buddy.
That was excellent.
Yeah, that was the best one by far. That's a 9, and the only reason I'm giving it a 9 is because actually no, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Right, damn near close to perfect. 9.5. The only reason I'm not giving him a straight up 10 out of 10 is because I feel like there's always room for improvement no matter what, right? But that was too good. Everything was like too good with that. Especially he used the belt as a prop, right? He used the belt as a prop, and it was just great. The way he called TJ a Fabio looking guy, a Fabio looking gentleman, right? The way he called him that was great, right? Kind of similar to the way that Shinji called him Trash Jesus and kept making Jesus references. Oh, thank you, Pixelante, for the $5. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. The way he was able to not just use TJ's appearance, but also things about himself to boost just the quality of everything. And to kind of have a MacGuffin would be a wrong word, but just something to draw attention to and to riff off of, an object, a subject to riff with. That was stupendous. And like I said, the only reason I'm not giving him a 10 out of 10 is because I feel like there's always room for improvement. But man, like Brian, that was really good. I think Brian earned some endorsements off of that. You know, I'm not changing mine from Shinji. He's gonna have to do a lot more to earn my endorsement, but I have a new respect for the man Brian. Here's to you, Brian. All right, so here we have Taylor.
1, go.
I'm the crochet killer, and I'm calling out the biggest, smelliest, nasty bitch in this tank to fight me in the WWE Raw tonight. Live in this tank, I'm calling out Shifty Nifty for this fight. She keeps leaving her dirty, smelly stench all over this tank. She can't pick up on social cues, and quite frankly, I'm sick of it. She can't tell jokes for shit. She pushes her sexuality onto all of us, and she looks like fat Skrillex. She's so nasty, I don't even want to physically touch her in this WWE live tonight. She's so weak that all I'd have to do is chant Kai Dyke at her, and all she would do is crack. Like the weak-minded bitch she is. She doesn't know how to close her fucking legs because she's too fat and crusty to move. Move them on her own. She has to be with multiple people at a time because no one can stand being around her for more than 5 minutes. She thinks she can run this tank, but she can't even stand on her full foot and always walks around on her fucking...
Oh man, okay. It ended up cutting off. I mean, look, that was also really great. That's another tough one because here's the thing, there was some genuine feelings there. That wasn't just like I need to say some shit about you, so I'm gonna think up some funny stuff. Some of the stuff she did say was funny, but there was some genuineness in the shit that she wrote, and you know that's stuff that she's wanted to say for a while, and she was given the opportunity to do so. I think that's pretty funny. If I had to say anything, I'd probably give her like a 7.5 because she was basically just reading off the list very loud, right? Part of what made Brian's so good is that he didn't have to read off a list. Either A, he thought up everything he was going to say and he kept it in his head the whole time, and he just said it. He just said it all. Taylor, she had to write stuff down, and it actually ended up biting her in the ass because she had to she had to use page 2. She's sitting there, I don't like you, and then she ended up keeping going. So I'm gonna give her like a 7.5, right? I'm gonna give her a 7.5. She's in 4th place right now, but it's a very good 4th place. It's not like she's in 4th place by miles. It's like the competition is so tight. So that's something to be proud of right there. And we have one more now. I have not seen this in its entirety. I only saw the final few seconds of it, and I saw it basically live as I was walking into the basement to go teach karate last night. Fucking, I walk in, I didn't recognize who this was because of the hat. I didn't recognize who it was because of the hat, and I was like, wait, who the hell is that? And they were like Jimmy. And then it happened. That's when it happened. So, we're going to go ahead.
Jimmy!
Go!
Shinji the Samurai, I as the man of the fortress, I'm here to call you out. You fucked my grandmama, you shit in my rice fields, and you keep shit talking my motherfucking waifus. I see what you did with my anime body pillows through my hidden security cameras. You would have seen them, but you're wearing them dirty old panties over your head like some bootleg ass hentai mask. Your mind was too deep into the gutter, and now you are mostly dishonorable. And now I gotta give you a nip like never before. I just got off the phone with the stork this morning, and he said in the ring he's gonna help me deliver a little boy for you, Shinji. You know what that means, don't you? Like 1945. All you had to do was keep your penis in your pants. All you had to do was not eat my fucking dog. Where's my dog? You walked him. You walked my dog. But you fucked my grandmama, you ate my dog, and now I'm coming for you, nigga!
All right, now I want to remind everybody, I do not condone anything that is being said by any of these people, all right? Especially no epithets or anything like that, okay? I don't even think they're funny, all right? I'm laughing because, for one thing, I'm a little bit tipsy right now. Like I said, I'm a lightweight, but also I'm embarrassed for these people. That's what it is. It's Schadenfreude, okay? Now, back to objectivity here, okay? Objectively, that was very close to Brian's, and I'm actually going to have Jimmy win by giving him a 9.8, okay? Jimmy, 9.8, because he had everything that Brian had, and then he took it a step further with all of the references to things like Little Boy, right? There was Fat Man and Little Boy, the 2 bombs that were dropped on Japan when they ended up dropping the nukes on Japan. That was really fun. Not fun, but it was a very good diss. It was a very good burn, right? Is what I mean to say. In addition to that, he stayed in character the whole time. He had the reference sheet, but you could tell he wasn't specifically reading off of the reference sheet. I don't know if he wrote down that whole script or if he just had bullet points to touch upon, right? And you saw him turn the page, but it's not like he turned the page and started reading off of it. He turned the page and then immediately went right back to Shinji. I find that to be interesting. It's not the most immersive thing, right? Brian does get points for having it all come off the top of his head, but I think it's interesting that he was able to juggle both of those things at once and still keep it extremely fun. So I'm going to give I'm going to give Jimmy, I'm going to give Jimmy Jam, I'm going to give Jimmy a 9.8 out of 10. All right, that was stupendous. That was fantastic. I also love the camera work, though this doesn't factor into my score or anything like that. I also loved the camera work where Jimmy's sitting here reading and they're getting Shinji's reaction to it, and Shinji's making the funny faces and stuff like that. I do think that's pretty crazy, right? Overall, they all did pretty decent for the most part. They didn't have what's her face though. They didn't have this chick in there. I'm gonna go ahead real quick. I'm gonna see if I can find Nifty's Nifty fish tank Damn, bro. I'm sitting here like, shit. Wrestling promo. I want to see if we can find it quick. Man. Wait. Oh, really? They got into a fucking cat fight. Oh no, it's they did the beef. They did the beef, and she said no. I don't know. I haven't been able to keep up today because I've been kind of going through. I've been doing stuff. You know, I've been busy, right? But I want to figure out what that is later. Yeah. So I mean, Nifty's. Just to give you a brief overview of Nifty's, I would give her like a 1 out of 10, right? Because she kind of stayed in character. But overall, she was just like, it was boring and annoying, right? She's one of those people who, like me, I try to be as nice to people as I possibly can. But I'm not going to be boring, and I'm not going to be like a killjoy or anything like that. And she sat there and she's like, guess what? I don't have anyone to call out. And she gives you this like, this face, like she pauses. And it's just cringe because you know what's going through her head. You know what's going through her head is basically just, aha, I threw you for a loop, didn't I? I got you wondering now, didn't I? Oh, I'll bet you're really thinking, oh man, really? She doesn't? That's crazy. What's she gonna do? Right? That's what's going through her head. She thinks she's being like really cool and she's throwing you for a loop. And she totally is subverting expectations in a cool way, and you think she's cool because of that, right? And that was so lame. I couldn't even watch the entirety of it. I think I watched most of it. I said I watched most of it. That was a lie. I watched till like there was like a few like I forget how much of it I watched. I just remember sitting there like, oh, like this is fucking dumb. I don't like this person, and not like personally like I hate them. What I mean is, I just think that it's like lame and cringe what she ended up doing. But yeah. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. I'm getting away. Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Oh. All right. Enough horsing around. You know, Nifty talked with her wife about if hooking up with people on this show was allowed or not. Oh, man, that's... Are you saying she specifically stated that she's like, yeah, I talked with my wife as to whether or not it's okay, and she said it was like, oh, you know, okay or not okay. Do you mean that, or are you saying like, you know, she definitely did that, bro? Like, that definitely happened. There's no way it did not happen. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild and crazy. What's going on, everybody? This man is drunk. No, sir. I don't know where you're getting that from. You're a damn dirty liar, Dimitri. You're a damn dirty liar. Anyway, I have a funny story about the chick in red involving Sam 2 behind the scenes on World Peace 2 shoot. Remind me next time I see you. Oh, dude, I want to hear all about that. I didn't know she was involved in World Peace. I'll read a couple of these before we start talking about the stream yesterday. Defending the Jocko belt is a good thing to bring up in the promo. Yeah, that was brilliant on Brian's part, right? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree? Nifty last place, Jimmy first place, Brian very close second, like razor thin second. Then I believe it was TJ, Shinji, Taylor, and who else?
One.
Oh yeah, Trisha. And Dunye. I think Dunye was I forget what order these three were in. I gave her like a 2 actually. She was in like second to last, you know. She was terrible. So I forget which one I forget whether Dunye beat out Trisha or not, but you know, I have a feeling Trisha might have beat out Dunye. I have a feeling she might have, right? If you agree with those, one in the chat. One in the chat if you agree with my assessment, okay? Nifty's stand-up with TTS was so funny. Me. I didn't see Nifty's stand-up. Did they have to do stand-up? Absolutely. I personally put Taylor a little higher because the hate felt real. Yeah, and that to me kind of brought her down just a little bit because it wasn't as creative as I felt like it could have been. It's one thing to take something you hate about someone and then make it into a creative diss. It's another thing to just be like, yeah, I don't like you because you do this. Like if we were roommates, right, and you kept coming in my room and touching my shit. This is gonna be so bad, right? Because I'm trying to think up an example. If we were roommates and you kept coming into my room and touching my shit, there's a difference between if I was to be like, dude, what are you, the fucking Hamburglar, dude? The fuck's wrong with you, dude? Fucking keep coming in my shit, taking my stuff, moving it around. Jeez, dude, what do you think, you're me or something? There's a difference between that and just being like, dude, I fucking hate that you keep touching my shit, bro. What the fuck? Like, one is direct and it's not that funny. It's serious, right? And even though it's funny in this case because of the context that everything's being said in and stuff like that, in my opinion, it kind of takes it down a notch because she could have made it a lot more funny than she actually did, right? Some of the things she said was actually really funny. She was talking about the polycule thing. That was pretty good. That was a really good one, you know? She's got to be with multiple people because no one can stand being around her for more than 5 minutes. That was good. That was a really good one. But, you know, it just kind of dropped her down just a little bit, but not a lot, right? Like I said, this was razor thin. I really enjoyed it, and I would love to see that again. Yeah. So there's that. When he remade her do the stand-up facing the camera, it was best. Be sure to catch that clip. Oh, dude, I will, because you can tell she's not comfortable on camera, but she's trying to hide the fact that she's not comfortable on camera, and that to me is great. That to me is fan-fucking-tastic. All right, I'll read one more. Doob says, me and my roommate got into a weed grow and he kept bringing his kids to the house, ended up with holding him at knife point. Jeez, that's pretty insane. Is there a possibility that Shinji is the son of Filthy Frank? I'm pretty sure all people in Japan are the son of Filthy Frank. I'm pretty sure Filthy Frank is, you know, patient zero for Japan. I'm pretty sure Filthy Frank is the first Japanese dude, you know? Taze came off more like a roast. Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, so Sam and Nick After Dark yesterday. It's not going to be too long. We are going to get into Fallout in a minute, but I was on Sam and Nick After Dark yesterday. I'll go ahead. I'll pull up the thing with the stuff. Yes, here it is. Okay. I was rewatching it to see what the chat said about me, and this is why it's like all the way over here, but I'll go ahead. Uh-oh. Here we are. All right. Eric Hayden, Charles Carroll, and me. All right. It was great being with those dudes, especially because they had 2 bottles of fucking Andre. They had 2 bottles of champagne, and I almost didn't drink. But then I heard, like, I was just sitting there looking around, and then I'll pop off, and I'm just like, yo, that sounded kind of good. And I was like, all right, pour me a little bit. Me, Charles, and Eric, I wasn't that drunk, but I was loose, right? I was feeling a little loose, kind of similar to now. All right, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, it was just a good time, you know. I felt like one of the guys. I felt like one of the guys yesterday. No, it was really fun though. I had such a good time. Thank you so much to Alex for having me come out. Thank you to Charles and Eric because you know, I made a joke saying like I was one of the guys. they treated me like one of the guys. They made sure to like include me and shit like that. Somebody hit me up and they said that I looked stiff, right? And I'm not mad at this person for it, but I really wasn't stiff. It's just that the nature of this show, the camera wasn't on me constantly, so you didn't get a lot of the stuff that I was doing, right? There was wide angle and then there was close up, right? There was a couple of wide angle shots and then there was close up. And in the wide angles, in some of them, you can kind of see me reacting to stuff and talking. But the thing is, I didn't have a microphone in my hand, so you couldn't really hear me. And then there were some close-ups of me. And some of the close-ups, like, I do kind of look like I would be a little stiff. But that's just because I was just chilling, right? I naturally look a little bit upset. That's just kind of how it is. I thought I looked fine. I thought I looked happy because I'm a little bit toasted off of some champagne. And I'm like sitting here with like what I think is a smile on my face when really it's not. It was I was just kind of looking, But I had a really good time. Like, thank you so much, guys, for that. I really appreciate the hell out of it. I'm down to do it any other time. Not trying to impose here. All right, not trying to impose. Just I would do it again in a heartbeat. It was funny. Sam had to do fish tank stuff, and I guess Nick had something else he had to do that weekend, so they couldn't show up. So they had Charles and Eric come in and be Sam and Nick, right? And you couldn't hear it, but I kept calling Charles his real name when I was supposed to be calling him Sam. There were times where I was like, yeah, and Charles, Sam. There were things like that. That was funny as hell. But yeah, I got a little loose off of that champagne, and I started making some jokes. Some of them fell a little bit flat. I'm not gonna lie about that. Other ones I do feel they kind of hit a little bit. Oh hey, Athena is in this chat right now. That's funny. Not my chat, but you can kind of see her right here a little bit. I'll move this. She's in the chat right here on the stream. What was I going to say? Yeah, I started getting a little bit loose off that champagne, and I started making certain jokes. Some of them I feel kind of landed a little bit. Some of them didn't. Like, I started making fun of the what's her name? The chick we kept calling a liar. I forgot her name. I started trying to flirt with the Tiffany chick. Luckily, the flirting did not get caught on the microphone because it landed completely flat. Now, flirting is a joke. Right? My wife is asleep, so she can't hear me. Never mind, she just opened her eyes. The flirting was a joke, right? It was meant to just be like fun and funny in the moment. I wasn't actually trying to hit on her, right? But I sat there and I ended up pointing and I'm like, I want that boardroom babe over there. And Alex didn't understand what I was talking about. He's like, what? Who? Her? And he points to the chick on the left. And I'm like, no, Tiffany, right? I remember Tiffany's name. And he was like, oh. And then we just kind of dropped it. And I was like, immediately I was like, that did not land the way that I wanted it to. It did not land. Alex did not pick it up. And that was really bad. That looked really fucking stupid on my part. And luckily for me, it didn't really get picked up by the microphone. I did not have a microphone in my hand. So the embarrassment was felt by me and only witnessed by a few people around me. It most likely was not witnessed by the almost 30,000 people who viewed the stream. So that's a very good thing. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, dude, Charles is awesome. I love Charles, dude. Charles and me, I feel like we're on the same wavelength to a degree, but it's one of those things where because we're on the same wavelength, sometimes we kind of misfire at each other, right? Because whenever me and Charles have a conversation, I can feel the positive energy that he's throwing my way, and I try to make sure that I'm throwing positive energy back his way, right? And with someone like Charles, it really matters, the energy that you're throwing at him, right? And, he picks up on that and he knows about it and he can kind of read it, right? That's just the idea that I've kind of gotten from him, from seeing him in person as well as like streams of his and other things and stuff like that, right? And, I feel that he understands like, oh yeah, I mean no harm to anybody. I'm just really happy to be here. I'm thankful for everybody. And I think he kind of emanates the same energy. And because of that, we don't really need to have a moment where we're like, oh yeah, dude, yo, yeah, yo, dude, bro, dude, yeah. Right? We don't need to have a moment like that for us to kind of get each other. And it was cool to actually get around each other and have to like actually interact in like a long form way, if that makes sense. That was really cool. It was really fucking cool. This I'm feeling this, dude. I'm feeling myself right now. I'm feeling myself, boys. We feeling it. We done feeling it. Improv is really tough. A lot of comedians that seem to do it have general conversations, funny bits drilled into their brains from years of rehearsal and testing. Yes, that is definitely part of it. Now, me, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't talk about it, but I have done comedic stuff before, right? I actually know well, when I say no, I don't mean like, I know him, we were good buds, right? But I've done stuff with BG Cumby years ago, in like way in the past, right? Excuse me. He didn't know me as Scott Sullivan at the time, though, right? And I don't even think he really remembers me, in the form that he was like aware of me back then, right? I don't even think he remembers that, because I did talk to him about that, and he was like, "Wait, you were involved in that?" But I have done it before, right? And I kind of understand certain aspects of it, but I'm also not like a pro at it. Like even the stuff that I was doing back then, it wasn't the funniest stuff that you've ever seen. I had good things, I had bad things, kind of like last night. There were good moments that kind of landed flat. It happens, right? But like I know that if I worked at it, I could get to be really, really good, right? And part of that is just me kind of loosening up a little bit more and just kind of putting myself out there, kind of in the way that I do on these. Right, I'm very loose on these because I don't feel that pressure to try and keep up with somebody like Charles Carroll or Eric Hayden, right? Like that's also a big thing that you kind of understand, right? When you're in a situation like that, is it's not just that I'm trying to be funny. I'm also trying to be funny in a room full of really funny people. Alex is really funny. Charles, Eric, they're all really like funny dudes, and it kind of comes naturally on a level with them in many cases, right? So for me to be like sitting here thinking like, oh yeah, I have this, I could say this, and then I remember, oh yeah, like I'm in a room with Charles Carroll though. Like sometimes that gives you pause, and that's something that I've been kind of overcoming as time has gone on, as I've been included in more of this stuff. What was I gonna say? But yeah, there's that. Bottom line though, I had a really good time. I hope people enjoyed seeing me on there. It seems like they did. I didn't really see many people who were saying I sucked or anything like that. I did see people calling me Copper Cab as usual. I did see people saying that I sound like Shane Gillis. And it's funny because apparently I sound like Shane Gillis. I don't think I sound like him, but I have a brother, and my brother, the way he moves, the mannerisms, the things he does with his hands and stuff like that, and the way that he kind of talks and the pauses and stuff like that, he kind of moves like Shane Gillis, right? And if you guys ever get introduced to my brother, you'll kind of notice, right? So I think it's funny that people say I sound like Shane Gillis, and then when I watch Shane Gillis, I'm like, it feels like I'm standing on the porch of my parents' house, like talking to my brother, like just shooting the shit with my brother. I think that's kind of funny. It's got to be something to do with being Irish Catholic Americans with dads who were really fucking angry growing up. It's definitely something to do with that. There's no way it's not. Because I listen to Shane Gillis talk about his dad, and I'm like, oh, I that happened to me. Oh, I went through the same shit. Oh, that sounds like my dad. That's funny. But anyway, you do a great straight guy. Being able to set up someone like Charles is a skill on its own. Yeah, it's oh yeah. Like I said, you just being in a room with dudes like that, you kind of have to be at a certain level to really make yourself even be able to keep up with them, let alone stand out. And I'm not saying that was me. I'm saying that in like a general sense. And yeah, I mean, the funny thing about my deadpan is that I don't realize I'm doing it. We'll get to the Fallout after this. I know it's been over an hour and we haven't even touched Fallout yet, but you know, it's been an eventful week. I wanted to talk about it. The funny thing about my deadpan is that I don't realize I'm doing it. Like if I like drinking beer, right? I might sit there and I think I'm saying it in a way that kind of denotes some kind of emotion, some kind of inflection or something like that, but I'm not. I'll be like, I'm currently, like the way I think I'm saying that I'm drinking a beer is, I'm currently drinking a beer right now, right? That's the way it sounds to me when it comes out of my mouth. But really what it sounds like is, I'm currently drinking a beer right now. It's like really weird to me. It's crazy that I think I'm putting more emotion and more inflection in my tone, but really I'm not. So it's just funny to me that happens so naturally, as to where people think it's a deadpan that I'm doing on purpose, when really I just don't know that I'm not putting inflection in my voice. It's just funny. Anyway, Scott's got int -1 and charisma +1, intelligence -1, charisma +1 right now. I'm charismatic. I'm a charismatic gentleman right now. Is that what I am? Baby. She's asleep again. I'm hitting on bitches online. Camila, I'm flirting with bitches online. She's not waking up. I don't think she's waking up for anything. Anyway. Yeah. Had the same thing literally with a cashier yesterday. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know what that's all about. Happy New Year from Svalbard. Thank you, AJ. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's oh, uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh, shit. Damn it. Yes, here it is. Let's go ahead and hit up, yeah. Let's go ahead and hit up some, New Vegas. We're most likely going to be finishing off, the thing. The DLC. Honest Hearts. That's what it's called. Did you catch the mouse stream? Is it mouse or rat from? Oh, yeah. Nah, we caught a mouse, definitely. You know, we caught a mouse. I don't know if it was the one from the last stream, but I definitely caught one. I came home last night from Fish Tank, and my wife told me that it was you know, the wife told me that it was I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit because I feel like I'm talking over it like a lot. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do like a 6. Let me know if that works. Hold on. Anyway, oh yeah, I caught it and I had to kill it. You know, if I can let the mice go, I will. If I can't, I kill them. And we use glue traps, right? Which glue traps, they're inhumane, yeah, okay, whatever, but they're the only ones that fucking work for us, dude. It's crazy. You know, I use glue traps, but the thing is, if you take a glue trap and you take some vegetable or some canola oil and you pour it on top of the trap, the mouse is actually able to wriggle out of the trap. And you might need to help them out just a little bit, right? The tail, I've noticed, tends to get caught, and it just stays caught, and you got to kind of carefully pull the tail off, right? When they get out, it's funny, at least with me, because I help them out, they get out of the trap, and you would think they would immediately just go, but no, they don't. They stay there. They hang out, and they just start cleaning themselves immediately. And it happened one time, and I was like, oh, that's funny. But it happened like 2 or 3 times since then. And it's just funny as hell to me because, like, they don't, by the time they get out of the trap, they kind of understand, like, oh, this guy is not actually a threat. He's not trying to kill me. He's not going to eat me. So I don't think I need to run from this guy like that. I can probably just clean myself off. And I've had to sit there. I've sat there and, like, I'm waiting for them to run off so that I can see them run off. And they're just sitting there cleaning themselves. And I have to sit here, you know, I got gloves on and be like, oh okay, buddy. I kind of have to, like, you know, kind of push them a little bit. You know, give them a little nudge. And they start kind of walking off just, like, leisurely. It's just funny as hell to see. But yeah, other than that, if I know that I'm not going to be able to get them out, like if I know that their legs are broken or something like that, or worse, if their faces are caught, I know not to bother, because I made the mistake once. One of them got their face caught on the trap, and I poured the canola oil on, and it fucking drowned him. And I still feel so shitty about that. I feel so awful. I had no idea that it would go down like that. I didn't put two and two together, and unfortunately it happened. That sucks. Happy New Year. Have a good night. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Invite Simon or Ty. Oh, invite Simon, Ty. You mean Ty, aka Simon, over to cook them. Why does he cook mice, or is that a joke of the offensive variety? All right. I want to try and get the Sacred Datura plant so that we can kill the bear. We can take drugs, kill a bear. I'll go ahead. I'll put that away. We'll run quicker. Rodent catch and cook live stream. That's what we'll do. Hey, what's going on, Joshy? What's going on, Joshy, Drake and Josh? How's it going? How's it fucking going? Oh. Oh. Oh, shit, he ain't... Oh, fuck. I figured I could shoot him and then, you know... I figured I could shoot him and then, like... Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. I know Joke thought that I could shoot him, and then... Oh, they got me. See, I thought I could shoot him and then put my gun away and it'd be alright. But I guess not. Oops. Alright. Let's get going. Enough horsing around. Oh, wait. Yes. Yeah, there seems to be one up here. Sup, Scott? Who's your favorite boxer who's active right now? I really don't follow boxing like that. I gotta be honest with you. I like old boxing because it was more entertaining. You know, I've talked about this a little bit before. Interesting. I've talked a little bit about this before. Today's boxers are all really, really talented, and I have a respect for that, obviously, but they're just not fun to watch. They're so talented that they're not fun to watch. In addition to that, it's not just that they're talented, they also don't want to fight anybody. And when they do fight each other, it's usually not that good because, again, they both are so aware that they're each very talented that they're kind of afraid to take certain risks and things like that. There is no Hagler versus Hearns anymore. There's no longer any there's no more Hagler versus Hearns. There's no more Ali versus Frazier or Frazier versus Foreman. There is none of that anymore. And because of that, it's just not that fun to watch. Even Hagler versus, right, I like the Four Horsemen of boxing. Hagler is one of my favorites, and I will be honest, it's due in part to growing up in the state that he came from, right? He was born in New Jersey, but he moved up to Brockton, Massachusetts, and that's where he ended up getting into boxing and becoming a world champ. But I like those guys because it was kind of that cross between slick boxing, slick technical boxing, as well as being willing to just go in, put your face in a dude's chest and just fucking rip the body, go up top, right, inside fight, and just brawl, right? But not even in a stupid way. There was a lot of intelligence to the way that these guys brawled. Hagler, for instance, was considered to be a brawler, but really he was very intelligent and very strategic in the way that he did. There was a lot of technique in the way that he did what he did. And that's one thing that I think boxing needs a little bit more of, is dudes that are willing to go out there and bang, right? Dudes that are willing to bang. We need dudes that'll bang each other, right? We need more of that, but unfortunately we don't really get it because, like I said, people would rather be slick boxers. Dude, where am I going? I feel like I need to go in there. Dudes would rather be slick boxers who are they're just not as fun, and they're a little bit too safe. You know, that's why I took the fight that I took for my first fight, right? I didn't know at the time that I probably should not have been fighting that dude, right? I had no clue that it was not a good idea for me to fight him. I was just given a name, and I had this idea that everybody was just fighting whoever they were given, because that's what you do. You're a tough, you're a hard-nosed MMA fighter. You fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. And because of that, I didn't do any sort of anything. I didn't do any kind of any research into the guy. Even if I did research, I probably would have been like, nah, it's fine, it's all good, it's fine, I'll take him. Because I was given that name, and I'll take him, damn it. That's what I'll do. And it was just not a good idea. Now I know, okay, it's probably not a good idea to be taking fights with dudes that are that much better than me in that way, right? On paper, anyway, right? I should be a little bit smarter about who I decide to take fights with. And that's because I recognize that if I am to have that hard-nosed, I'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere mindset, I'm just going to end up fighting a bunch of dudes that are only picking me because they know, I have the skill set that is going to beat him, or he's not as good as me, he is a sure win, or anything like that. And unfortunately, that has kind of ruined boxing, right? And it's ruining MMA. Khabib 50-0, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. A size bully who fought a bunch of dudes who were not good. And I don't even mean not good. I'm talking like he was like 14, 15-0, and he fought a dude who was making his debut. He fought a debut fighter when he was 15-0. That is fucking bonkers, right? It's crazy. I don't care that he beat Justin Gaethje. I don't care that he beat whoever, right? Conor McGregor. I don't care. Conor McGregor being able to sprawl on Khabib, right? That was more of an embarrassment for Khabib than it was showing how good Conor is as a grappler. And I know Conor ended up losing the fight, right? And some people believe that it was in a very embarrassing way, and I'm not even necessarily going to disagree with that 1,000%. But there were moments where Khabib looked human in the Conor McGregor fight that he was not supposed to, because according to everybody, he was the unstoppable Dagestani machine, when in reality, he wasn't as good as people made him out to be. He was just very strategic about who he fought and when. That's why he didn't want to fight Tony Ferguson. They tried to put that fight together 4 times, and not every time it fell through was Khabib's fault, but especially that last time where he knew, considering COVID was going to make it so that he couldn't get back into the U.S., and he still decides to run back to Dagestan, knowing that he's not going to be able to get back into the U.S., and that ends up scrapping the fight. Interesting. Kind of funny. And it's because Tony Ferguson at that time would have given him a harder fight than he would have liked. That's what it was. I'm not saying Tony Ferguson for sure would have beat Khabib. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it would have been a much closer fight than Khabib was used to, and a much closer fight than Khabib was willing to have. Because Khabib is trying to build up a 50-0 record so that he can retire and go, Dagestan, #1. This is #1 bullshit. Dagestan is number one. That's what he wanted to do, right? And you have a lot of people who share a religion with him that don't want to view the reality of the situation. They view it as some weird, like, supremacy thing. It would be like if I viewed Conor McGregor as, like, Irish, like, some kind of Irish supremacy thing. If I was like, ha, yeah, that's right, us Irish are the best because Conor McGregor did well, right? That'd be crazy. But you have a lot of his fanboys who, because they share a religion with him, they completely and totally ignore the fact. Yes, I believe we exit through here. Do we? Do we? Do we? No, we do not. I'm trying to get the Datura route. I want it. Whoop.
I'll fight you if I
No, you won't. Oh. Uh-oh. Do you agree that Sean Strickland is the UFC fighter of the year? If not, who is your pick? Yeah, I could see that. He had a really big year, both in and out of the cage. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not sure. No, but yeah, I think it was Sean Strickland's year. Nobody thought he was gonna win. I didn't think he was gonna win, and I wanted him to win. And I had this weird feeling, right? I didn't think he was gonna win, but subconsciously I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, anyone could beat anybody. I won't completely count him out. Right, I kind of had that going on in the back of my head, but for the most part, I was like, nah, I think Izzy's gonna win. So because of that, I think he earned it. I think he definitely earned it. I made chorizo earlier. Chorizo. That sounds good. What's that, like cheese sausage? That sounds good as hell, man. Especially right now. I want some greasy fucking food, man. But I don't have any greasy food. I bought a steak earlier, which I'm happy to have the steak. Believe me, I love me some steak. But I wouldn't mind something with a bunch of cheese on it. Cheese is so good when you're drunk, bro. Cheese is so fucking fantastic when you're drunk. I should have known that I was planning on doing this. Right, I got home and I had some beers left over from last night, and I was like, "Fuck it, we're streaming today." There we go. Let's see the local map just to be sure. Chorizo and melted cheese, very good. That does sound delicious. That sounds so good. You're making me jealous. You're making me jealous, JC. Mr. Pliskin. Dude, I have Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple stuck in my head, and I don't know why. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Smoke on the water. Oh, wait, are these... Ah, they're our boys. Okay, alright. Don't worry, guys. It's all good. No, Brock Flower. I need Xander root, don't I? But, oh, no, Datura root. Ah, here we go. There's one. Splash. Alright, we need 2 more. Scott, how's New Vegas going? Going pretty good. How long you been a part of MMA gang? It's been well over 10 years, probably getting closer to 15 at this point. Well, technically, it's been about 10 years, maybe 12, right? 12 years of MMA, no meme. But I started boxing when I was a kid. It was just something to do in between sports. I never fought when I was a kid. I didn't even really take it that serious. My dad boxed when he was younger. Not competitively. He was a Bostonian back when Boston was a rough city, and he kind of understood that he should probably know how to fight, and it was also just an outlet for him. Oh, fucking white leg. What are you doing here, shithead? Anyway, we'll take the shish kebab, because we can use it to not heal, but repair our other shish kebab. But yeah, my dad taught me a little bit of boxing when I was a kid. I kind of took to it in a way that, you know, I always kind of knew, like, oh, I wanna do this when I'm older, even if not competitively. I just wanna be able to do it. I just want to box. I want to know how to box, right? And in addition to that, he also brought, like, one of my first memories was going to the boxing gym that he was training at in my hometown. So that was nice. I actually have a picture up on my wall of me hitting a heavy bag before I could even reach it, right? But yeah, so I just kind of knew that I wanted to continue doing it. Then I wrestled in high school. And then I... Uh-oh. I think I missed. That's alright. I'm gonna let Waking Cloud take the brunt. I'm gonna let her be the bullet sponge. Yeah, then I got into wrestling in high school, and from that point it was just like, oh yeah, I might as well do this MMA thing. I already wrestled. Nope, I want that one, because he's more of a... There we go. Oh, I got him. Alright, we got him. We done got him. Damn, I think he might have a trail carbine or something. Boink. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I figured it was a trail carbine. Oh no, brush gun. I forgot they have brush guns out here. I might as well use my brush gun. Oh, I thought I already had one. I guess not. Interesting. All right. Well, there's supposed to be some Datura root in here, isn't there? I'll take that rat away. It's the mash, Blamco. All right. Man. Good evening, Slate. How you doing? I could have swore there was supposed to be some Datura root in here. Datura is a fun word to say.
I've seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger.
I never asked you. You should just shut your mouth right now. Alright, is it... No. No, it is over there. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get up there. Dude, it's really New Year's Eve. That's pretty crazy. It just dawned on me. I'm like, oh shit. It's the last day of the year, bro. It is the last day of the year. Alright, okay. Alright, I think we're getting closer and closer now. What's going on, boys? Don't worry, I'll be back to hang out later. There it is. Alright. Oh, uh-oh. Ah, well. There we go. I think it's easier to just run to here. Never mind, it's not. Wait, can I only get out of this area by... Oh. Nope. We're good. Yeah, you boys go for a swim. It's a hot day out today. 2023 flew by for me. Yeah, I don't know. I always have this weird thing where I simultaneously feel like shit flew by while also not feeling that way at all, right? I'm just like, oh, alright, whatever. I wish I had Chinese food, but it's New Year's Eve, so there's no way I could order Chinese food right now. It'd take, like, hours to get here. But yeah, like, China... I got Chinese food on the brain, guys. My bad. Yeah, like, when I think about how long ago certain events happened, I'm like, man, this year fucking flew by, dude. Like, when I think about Fish Tank Season 1, I'm like, wow, it feels like that was yesterday. But when I think of the year in its entirety, I'm like, nah, it felt like it's been about a year. Feels like it's been about a year. For me, it's a new year already. Ah, you're on the other side of the world. You're on the dog shit side of the world. What's going on, Cobalt? You think if Francis Ngannou fights Fury again, he would get a win? I don't know, maybe. But the thing is, I don't think Tyson Fury took it that seriously, and I think with Francis, he just kind of came with the correct idea in his head. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just running. I'm just going in a direction. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, we need a reset here. We need a reset. Oh no, wait. I can just fast travel to Whitebird's cave. That's one thing I like about this Ion Valley is it rains. I love rain, you know? Especially this type of rain where it's not like heavy as fuck. It's like a gentle rain. I love walking around in that. It's so nice. Alright, white bitch.
You have root of sacred datura?
We'll go ahead. He's just like, what do you want?
Seek medicine plant. Return with sacred datura root. Receive visions of truth. They guide you.
Alright. We're done. Alright.
These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready?
Ready? Alright. Let's do this.
Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave. Find ghost.
Yeah, whatever you say sits on dicks.
To rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
Alright. What do I gotta go to again? Ah, okay. I don't think I can fast travel, can I? I can. Okay. We'll just call that a blackout. I just blacked out. Yeah. Uh-oh. Dude, he spawned. You can see he spawned, and then he's sneaking now. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. Whoosh. 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 Got him. I don't know what that thing over there is. Damn. Damn. Oh, I dead-eyed him. That's what they call me, is Dead-Eye Ricky. Oh, no, I'll leave the big horner alone. Boink. Wow, okay. I didn't know that was, like, You see what I'm, yeah, you can see that on the thing. That's pretty crazy. That's actually a pretty cool feature of this being high on fucking Datura. Alright.
Show him the light of your wisdom and the peace of your love.
Shut up. This bitch can't even do her fucking job. What do I even have you around for? Alright, if the entrance isn't around this corner, I'll go ahead and I'll fast travel somewhere else. Yeah, I believe this is it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo. What is going on here, dude? God dang. Then, you know what? I'll hit a super stim pack because those things will, Alright, well... Oh, man. Oh, dude, really? It's fucking stupid as hell, dude. Whatever. Alright. So now I at least know where specifically I'm supposed to go. I'll go to the fishing lodge because I think that'll spit me out where you know, roughly where I need to go. Do I have like good armor on right now? Yeah, I have. I mean it's not great armor, you know. It's definitely not great armor, but you know, it's good enough, I suppose. Alright. I think if I go in this direction, it'll, in fact, I'm pretty sure right over there is where the entrance is. Yep. I'm an expert. Oh, fucking blowfly. Damn. Got him. Okay. So we're gonna have to take this a little bit slower. A little bit slower, a little bit.
Where they come from, I do not know.
Oh. He's sending them. Uh-oh. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got one. I'll use the cowboy repeater, actually, because I wanna save this brush gun ammo. Actually, you know what? We'll fuck around with the anti-material, right? Blah, blah, blah. See what that does. Got him. Wow. Okay. Got him. Okay. Alright, cool.
I don't like to linger in this place.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be releasing fucking, tomorrow I'm gonna be putting out my thoughts on Summer. If you weren't around when I was talking about that on stream last time, I'm gonna put that out there. I'm also working on like legit videos again. I have another video that's gonna be coming out probably shortly after that. But my plan for now is to just release. Oh, all right. I ain't worried about that. Oh shit, I'm worried about that though. Is that? No, that's just a Yaogwai cub. That's it. Well, it was a Yaogwai cub. Damn, he really... Oh, man. That's not a cub, I don't think. No, it is a cub. Shoot him right in the butt. What was I gonna say? Heal these. Might as well. Oh, I had a doctor's bag. Whatever. Yeah, my plan is, as time goes on, right, with the whole fish tank thing, I'm gonna try to release as much content on that on my channel. I'm probably gonna end up streaming another time per week because I happen to have the time. And people also really enjoy the fish tank watch parties. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another one of those. It's not gonna be on a set day of the week. It's gonna be like, you know, whatever day I feel I'm able to get away with it. Although that might end up becoming a set date. And yeah, there's that. There's news for the channel. Housekeeping. One more. Got him. Got up. Oh, man. It's another Yagwai cub. Alright, we got one. Damn, I sent him flying. Uh-oh. Not enough. Oh! Damn, okay. Alright, I'll take it.
Oh, Father, guide and protect us, your humble children. So,
Are you
this is
Catholic?
the ghost of She's lair.
I like to
It's
say
not
so.
well enough to try to find it.
I like to say so. The thing is, I'm not. When it comes to Christianity, right? It's not that I don't want to get back into church and things like that and start following the Catholic traditions and things like that. It's that, just the way things are for me right now, it's hard for me to really commit to something like that. And I know you're gonna sit there and be like, well, I mean, you can't commit to God, blah blah blah. If I tried to do that right now, I would be doing it in a half-hearted manner. Like, I'm right now, with everything going on in my life, I find it hard to even make the Bible studies that I'm doing with my friends. By the time Bible study comes around, we do it on Saturday nights. By the time Bible study comes around, I'm so drained from the day, from having to get up early to go train with people. Not really going to work out for me. So I'd rather wait until I know that I'm fully going to be having church in my life again, as opposed to being half-hearted about it, right? And for that reason, I don't even bother going on Christmas and Easter and stuff like that, because I know it's I don't want to say it's meaningless or pointless or anything like that. I'm just saying that I know that my heart is not 1,000% in going to church all the time. So because of that, I would rather worship from afar, if that makes sense, right? Which I know technically that's not the Catholic way. I never said I was a good Catholic. I just said I was a Catholic. You know, but it is what it is. Anyway. Oh, here we go. Shut up. You ain't doing shit. Alright. Yeah, go after her. Fucking go after that stupid bitch. Uh-oh. 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 Ghost of She. Are there two? Because you see the bear face right here, but then here's the head. Uh-oh. Yo, what? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, we got one of the ones that it broke into. Oh no, we got both of them. Okay. Oh, those are skulls. I thought they were eggs for a second. I was like, since when do bears lay eggs? That's crazy. Alright. Let's go back there. White Bird's Cave.
Does Ghost of She like quiet and grave?
Yes.
Then visions of truth are at an end. Will you learn from truth? Maybe yes, maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well, or sell to cure your trader. Either way, says much about you.
Alright. So, you know what? I figured we were going to finish it today. it didn't quite happen, mainly because I was talking about the the fish tank stuff. My bad. My bad on that one. We'll go ahead. The only thing left to do is the final extermination quest. We'll go ahead. We'll save that one for next week, okay? Right now, we're going to call it quits on the Fallout, and we're going to go ahead and chill for another, few minutes. We'll see if anybody has anything to say. If I have anything to say. All right? Maybe I have something I want to talk about, But then, yeah, we'll end up getting out of here. Yeah, again, I just want to say, it's been a really good year for me, and I have to thank all the people who've been very good to me. Sam, Jet, Ben, Alex, everybody. All of you guys. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't have been able to do it without any of you guys. And I literally wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have another YouTube channel and stuff like that if it wasn't for that fact. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have another YouTube channel because even though I've had multiple YouTube channels in the past, I had to give them up for one reason or another, and I didn't think that I really had the time to do YouTube in the way that I am now, right? And in a way, I kind of still don't have the time, but I'm making sure to find the time because I know that it's probably a good idea for me to have something going on, right? Considering the crew that I have fallen in with, right? It'd be foolish of me to not have something going on, and because of that, it all feeds into everything, right? And for that reason, I'm very thankful for you guys. I'm very thankful for everybody over the last year or two, even longer. But this year especially was a very good year for me. So thank you very much. Thank you for real. And yeah. The Ghost of Sheep, J.C. Pliskin says. One thing I've been thinking about, I'm not 1,000% sure about how I feel about it. One thing I have been thinking about was also making at least one of the fish tank streams a call-in stream. I did one of those the week before fish tank started. Excuse me. I think I did it the week before fish tank started. If not, it was the week fish tank started. And it was, I think it went well. I think it went really well. I think people enjoyed it. And I would love to do another one of those if I can. That way, you guys can call in and tell me your thoughts on fish tank and stuff like that. I would appreciate it if we would keep everything positive. And I don't mean you can't have criticisms. I'm just saying, I'm not going to put up with people being like, oh, Jet sucks. Oh, the season sucks, dude. I'm not going to put up with that, obviously. But it might be nice. I'm willing to experiment with that. Now, the trade-off of that is that we're supposed to be watching Fish Tank. I already talk over a lot of it to begin with, right? I don't want to be in a situation where it's supposed to be a fish tank watch party, but I'm having a conversation with somebody while there's something exciting going on that everybody wants to be paying attention to and things like that. But it's a risk that I think I might be willing to take. I might end up giving that a shot, and we'll see how it ends up going. So yeah, there's that. What software do you use for editing? I use Sony Vegas. By the way, great hearing from somebody that this year was good, at least for somebody. I hope your year was good last year, and if it wasn't, I hope this year is good for you, man. Just keep on going. People have good years and bad years, and really, even a bad year can set you up for a good year. So like I said, when I was 14 or 15, when I had that thing happen, that kind of knocked me off the path that I was trying to be on, I thought that was a pretty bad fucking year. And for all intents and purposes, it was. But given where I'm at now, I look back at that and I think, wow, if I didn't end up having that stuff happen, if I didn't do the stuff that I did that year, I mean, could I have turned out better? Maybe, but there is a big chance that I wouldn't have, like I said, my original plan was to try and make the MLB. And I do think I was good enough to do that, but I might not have been. I might not have been. Right? So to sit here and be like, oh, if, what if, coulda, shoulda, all this stuff. Oh, that year was a bad year and it screwed me. It's real easy to do that when things are going bad. But, you know, for me, things are going good right now. And I kind of understand the role that year played. You know, I'm not trying to like condescend to you or anything like that. I'm just hoping that I can kind of, you know, I'm hoping that I can have a good effect on how you feel, right? I'm trying to make you feel better if you're not feeling that good, right? That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to help you to kind of look at things a little bit differently if you are looking at things in a shitty situation, you know? I know right now you're like, you might be like, oh, this year sucked. I hate it. Oh, I can't stand it. I get that, and I totally understand why, and I don't blame you for it at all. But you never know. 6 months from now, you might be like, damn, if I didn't have such a bad year last year, if I didn't have such a quote-unquote bad year last year, I may have ended up fucked. I may have ended up screwed royally this year on something else, right? It's a random number calling me. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. You know, I hope you have a good New Year. Is that a form of Jocko belt? Is what a form of Jocko belt? Oh, this? No, this is a Sullivan belt. As you can see, it says Sullivan on it. It's a Sullivan belt, is what it is. Assuming that's what you were talking about, I would assume, I would ask you. Oh man, did I? Oh no, they did not leave a voicemail. That's weird. Not only is it a Sunday at 7 p.m., but it's also like New Year's Eve. So it's like, who the fuck could this be? You know, who the fuck could they, like, it's like, what's going on here? You know? But anyway. Whoa, the prestigious Sullivan belt. Yes, sir. Second monitor says F question mark. I don't know. What are you pressing F for? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I'll probably get out of here. I just want to say I hope you guys all had a good Christmas. You know, and I hope you have a good New Year as well. If this year was good, I hope the next year is better. If last year was bad, I hope this next year going forward is good. All right, I wish you nothing but success, and I genuinely mean that. I don't like seeing people fail. I don't like seeing people. Do bad. Oh, the stream cut out for a second. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, I don't know what was missed and what wasn't and things like that. But yeah. Anyway,